This is the hybrid cooled MSI GP66 that I've been working on for a couple of months now. The cooling system works by running water through a Be Quiet pure loop radiator, 240mm, into a water loop that is soldered on to the stock heatsink from the laptop. So this way it retains the air cooling, but it uses the heatsink as an integrated heatsink similar to a desktop to allow it to cool significantly better. The main benefit of this isn't necessarily performance gain in games, but in benchmarks there is a 3,000 point increase on Cinebench because the laptop stock has pretty atrocious cooling. But the main game is how quiet these fans are using Fantic's T30s set to hybrid mode, which for them is 1500 RPM. And in this you can hear the rattling of a table as one of my cats runs by over the fans. The laptop itself still works on air cooling. It disconnects by unplugging some Coolant's quick disconnect fittings. These fittings are dry break, so whenever you disconnect them, there's no coolant lost. To reconnect it, all you do is just push until you hear a snap, and then the liquid can flow back through the radiator. Then once you do this, I have a 24-volt voltage regulator. Only turn it up to 12, obviously, you start burning stuff out. And then that gets the fans and the pump going. Cool thing with the T30s is that now I can crank up the voltage on the pump so that it gets more water flowing, but the fans will only stay at 1500 RPM, keeping it quiet. Now we're going to go into some games, along with a brief example of how loud the cooler boost fans are on this laptop. We're going to start off with Doom Eternal, then go to Metro Exodus, and then finish it off with the Dead Space remake. Alright, so this is with the fans on in cooler boost. And again, I have to lower the undervolt, otherwise it'll crash when it starts to get too hot.
A draw. We're lucky the mutants hate each other as much as they hate us. I really don't get why this zone is off limits to stalkers. The radiation and beasts are nothing special. Stop! The pack is here. So, do we turn this place into Thermopylae, or do we let them pass? Wait it out. Looks like that was all of them. I'm glad they didn't notice us. That was a large pack. What? Artyom, are you seeing this? I'm not just imagining things, right? A train! A damn train on the surface! office! Where? Shit, what do we do, Artyom? Should we catch up with it? Look, it's our guys from the Order. Looks like they're chasing that train too. Let's join them.
Hey, come on, get inside!
How did you guys get here? Did you see that thing out there?
We sure did! Come on, get in!
Alright, so this has been the hybrid-cooled MSI GP66. So this thing has been a fun project. I think it's just about wrapped up. The only thing I might want to change is I want to find out a way to secure the laptop to the stand, make it a bit easier to move around, whether just around the house or tossing in a backpack. Usually get asked why not go with a desktop. For that, I mean, it's still just, part of it was a cost thing. This does have an 11800H and a 3080. I know that the laptop versions aren't nearly as powerful as the desktop, but when I got it on sale, still wound up being a pretty solid deal. And then also as far as the cooling, it's just kind of been a fun project to do, as far as to have a completely silent laptop to game on, whether it's hanging out on the couch watching a show, getting in bed at night if I want to play a couple of games before going to sleep. It's been great not having a super loud fan that's just obnoxious to have when anyone else is in the room. Obviously, as this video shows, the air cooling still works great. Still works without the radiator attached at all. Can just disconnect it, toss it in a backpack, take it wherever I need to go. It's a bit goofy, obviously, having hoses hanging out of a laptop. Or even if I did take the hoses out and drained it, it'd be like having some funny exhaust pipe sticking out the side, but it still works for what I needed it to, and it works better than it did before for when I want to use it. So it's been fun. Hopefully I find out some ways to make it better, or if anyone else has any ideas, just throw them out there. Always happy to check out new things.